I'd like to explain to you today how I built the collective kingdom. You're going to like this. So, happy Saturday. It's Father's Day. And another day at the office. So let's give a positive explanation of how I did this. First, I chose a different method. I didn't choose divide and conquer. I chose annex and integrate. So I learned multiple different languages. I learned the language of politics. I learned the language of Hollywood. I learned the language of the spiritual community. I learned different sort of mannerisms and different customs of multiple different areas of existence. I learned. That was step one. Step two, integrate. Took that knowledge and I integrated it into my own foundational base. So it wasn't just something I was talking about, it was something we could actually genuinely, authentically have in common. Now, I didn't agree with everything from everywhere because that just makes no sense. I'm still an individual, but I did agree deeply with certain parts of all the areas of study which I chose to encapsulate my life. So, with that integration came something we could collectively all identify with. It was something that we could all build upon and grow upon. It was genuine understanding. So instead of divide and conquer, I chose integration and annex, collaboration, union. And because I did this in this manner, no war needed to be fought. Nobody needed to be harmed. And everybody could collectively grow together, making my kingdom incredibly powerful. This power, though, based on my own guidance, is not to be used for control or manipulation or harm. It's to be used for global elevation. And remaining in that humility and that era of service, that era of representation of the divine, remaining in that mindset allowed me to not teeter over towards the side of corruption, but instead root it out within my own community. And because I chose to embody the change I want to see in the world, I became a leader in that aspect. I couldn't just say it. I had to do it and be it. So, instead of just talking about it, I chose to be about it. My people are elevating. Their lives are getting better. They're advancing. Their genuine connection to me is it's a great thing for them because it shows what kind of people they are, because it's known that if you use manipulation tactics in my circle, you are no longer a part of my circle. And I realize that it's hard work, but for anybody that's up to the challenge, walking this path is incredibly beneficial because you can work hard for just a few years, really change your life into being something great. It's worth it, you know? It's worth doing the work. Also, I took another mentality I had, a manifestation sort of style mentality, but let me equate it to a garden. You know, in a garden, you got all sorts of different plants and vegetables. They all require a different amount of sunlight and at different levels of water, and you know, sometimes you got to get down and sing to them, show them that love, put that vibration out there, and really, really incite the growth and development. Get that cellular structure really moving. Sing to it. So I chose to put love and light and attention to detail and a little bit of song and laughter into everything I do. And that enabled me to build a light kingdom. But first, I did the research. What light does this group need? What influence does this person need? I sat back and I observed and I learned and I paid attention and I engaged. I had conversations and I developed relationships. I did this to build this kingdom because I saw the potential for something great that the world hasn't seen ever before or in a very long time. Saw the potential for an amazing change that could take place on the planet. And I knew that I had to embody that change in order to see it in others. So I did the work to embody that change and that growth and that development. And I brought my mindset forward to many because, well, if after everything it can work so well for me, and it can definitely work for others, especially ones that have gone through less or have less trauma or less to deal with, they can learn how to deal with that and develop more quickly. I don't gatekeep. I don't keep information. I don't keep my practices a secret. I told everybody everything because I don't believe in hiding. And I want my people to elevate. I want growth and development. I want progress. I want them to develop the skills and tools necessary to build themselves into somebody that's productive and self-sustainable. Somebody that's confident and careful and considerate and hardworking and motivated every day by their own selves. I wanted them to also become conduits for positive change in their own individual right. Because that's what a good dad does. They raise their kids to be self-sufficient and successful. So this is my Father's Day message. And I hope you all have a good day. Build your own kingdoms.